in a GCD Pro League doing this well anyway. I mean, we saw Sea-Doo coming back in tournament number 18, I believe, and he actually was the champion of tournament number 18 running WLS. But I mean, like, there's a lot that's happened since then, and I haven't seen WLS on the ladder all that much and whatnot. I mean, you see them, but you don't see them as like the top tier cop, the tippity top. You know what I mean? But they are going to town on some of the best compositions this game has to offer, and the series is now ready. Are you guys ready? It's in the Grand Arena. Holy crow, welcome to the Grand Arena. It's Please Sponsor Us versus Method Orange. Please Sponsor Us running the Feral Mage Holy Paladin composition going up against the Warrior Lock Shaman composition Method Orange has been owning with today. Can they do it? Can they make it happen, man? That's the question.
This Feral Mage Paladin comp, maybe they're just experimenting the first round to see how well it will do. I don't know if they have a lot of ladder experience against it. I think this comp with a priest instead of a paladin is actually pretty hard for WLS, but that paladin I think is going to be a bit of a weakness against Snuts' AoE damage. Snuts already getting some dots out here onto Sam-I-Am, trying to fake cast that counter spell. Sam-I-Am not falling for the bait. He's actually playing Evanescence. So Please Sponsor is playing very all in against Method Orange, landing a full sheep onto Cedar, but Snuts ring around the rosy on the pillar almost immediately after that sheep got landed. Doing a good job dealing with the cooldowns right now. Beanslayer getting locked out on that clone, trying to build up some pressure with his incarnation, but it's backfiring on him. He's overstaying his welcome. Smexon just tearing him apart. Rubcub forced to trinket out into a half fear. He did pre-sacrifice it. Now damage being swapped over onto Sam-I-Am. Snuts' Dark Soul doing a lot of work right now. Rubcub struggling to deal with the pressure. Maybe he has to use his Avenging Wrath. There's the Avenging Wrath out. He's going to top his team. They have to go on offense with that. I think Cedar dropped the grounding there, trying to get the deep freeze. He didn't manage to get it, though. There's the deep freeze out from Sam-I-Am. He tries to go for the Frost Jaw. Snuts shuts him down with the Shadow Fury and portals away. Nice shutdown from Snuts. We see Smexon throwing out a Stormbolt over onto Rubcub. Now popping that Avatar, trying to build some pressure on Rubcub. He doesn't want him to free cast with those wings, but he's not able to chase after him. Trying to get a Master Flight on that incoming sheep. They do stop the sheep out from Sam-I-Am, and now without that Evanescence to get his sheep, it's not looking too good at the moment. Rubcub's Avenging Wrath is going to fade. Snuts still has one more Dark Soul. The counterspell is now out of the way, and I think we're about to see Snuts go crazy.
Dude, Method Orange, they're rotating through everything. They're super comfy right now. Deep Freeze Polymorph lands out onto Sea-Doo. Snuts has got to be careful. He's all alone with Smexon in that Hodge. The cross CC is real. The half Polymorph to follow it up. Snuts gets that Shadow Fury out though. Smexon leaves the CC and jumps right over onto Sam-I-Am. Sam-I-Am's got to be careful, man. Without an Ice Block, it is a scary mage indeed. Beanslayer seems to be the kill target now for Smexon. Just swapping that damage over to whoever wants to overextend, it would seem. Smexon swapping the damage now over onto Sam-I-Am, connecting with the Haunts as well. Ice Nova's going out onto Snuts. Sea-Doo now caught into the deep freeze. Mayhem onto Snuts. Hodge onto Smexon. Everyone CC'd, and it's going to be the Trinket Link from Sea-Doo. Nice trade up coming out from Method Orange, but I feel like Method Orange is just not getting the pressure they need to gain the advantage moving forward. I mean, Please Sponsor Us. They have every button available to their arsenal. Well, I mean, I guess they don't have block because he spec'd it away from it, but I don't know so far, but
I think it's a pretty big deal that he doesn't have block.
Yeah.
Rubcub forced to pop his Avenging Wrath to deal with that haunt damage out from Snuts here onto Sam-I-Am. Sam-I-Am getting locked out on that Polymorph, unable to escape Smexon's grasp here. Rubcub forced to Ore Master, gets feared on the Ore Master. There's the deep freeze over into Sea-Doo. Evanescence, he immunes the Reflect, lands the sheep. Snuts now caught into that name. Snuts needs to survive here. Frozen Orb gets dropped down. I'm sure he's going to portal away here. He does lock the incoming re-sheep. Really well done from Snuts, looking to try and get a haunt here. Can Sam-I-Am lock him out on it is the question. Instead, Smexon actually locking him out on that Polymorph. Snuts is going to be able to free cast. Sorba over onto Rubcub. Rubcub forced to trinket as Sam-I-Am is not playing Ice Block. He has no way to immune damage. If he dips into execute range, he will go down. Rubcub holding on to two bops, though, to try and counteract that here. Sea-Doo trying to pre-ground the deep freeze. Not able to get it, though. Sam-I-Am goes in for the deep. Snuts caught into the bash. Snuts trinkets out. What's he going to do with it? He's fear spamming Sam-I-Am. He stops the incoming sheep. Another good shutdown from Snuts here. Beanslayer still trying to build some pressure onto Snuts, stunning him up, looking to try and get a clone. He does bait the counterspell out. Full Stormbolt onto Rubcub. Rubcub's forced to bubble. Sam-I-Am is not playing with Ice Block, taking a lot of pressure right now out from Snuts' Dark Soul. Snuts getting locked out into the clone. Good shutdown from Please Sponsor Us.
Dude, Sam I Am was taking so much damage. He's got to be careful. He blinks and trinkets there. Haunt's connecting onto him once again. Rubcub desperately just spam healing into this. I don't know if he can do this forever, but now Sponsor Us wants to get aggressive. Mass Spellify coming out. Sea-Doo going into the deep, but he's not going to be followed up because of that. I believe Smexon actually stunned up Sam I Am on that follow-up, and Sea-Doo's going to leave the CC perfectly unscathed. Now Rubcub using the wings, trying to heal Sam I Am through the pressure that is Method Orange. Beanslayer just training Snuts into the ground, waiting to get that damage, waiting to get the setups over onto Sea-Doo, but Method Orange has some great stops so far this game. 1 short minute away from dampening, and Please Sponsor Us has to make something happen here quick. The consistent pressure, there's the fear over out onto Rubcub. Sam AM might be in a little bit of trouble. He gets Shadow Fury on the follow-up, as well as the Mass Spellify. They have so many answers to each setup. Beanslayer's Incarnation is trying to get some work done over onto Snuts. Recklessness from Smexon, though, is going to be punishing to Please Sponsor Us aggression at this point. Sam Am trying desperately to get a polymorph over out onto Sea-Doo, but Sea-Doo, Snuts, and Smexon are playing so well as a team and just putting a stopper to this Feral Mage Paladin setups over and over and over again. Haunt's connecting over out onto Sam Am, as well as Smexon. Smexon charge stuns Rubcub on that. He gets the Hand of Sacrifice off over onto Sam Am. Actually, Smexon killing Rubcub right here. It would seem getting fully hodged up, however, and Snuts is the one who's in trouble. Ice Snuff is going out. Trinket Link coming out from Sea-Doo as well. Snuts has that Demon Soul available to him. Rubcub actually using that bop on himself because he was just taking an immense amount of pressure from Smexon's avatar. Snuts still not out of the water just yet, but Smexon's coming back to help him out with this avatar damage. Polymorph from Smexon, though. Snuts and Sea-Doo are alone. Can they survive together through it all? Smexon comes out and gets the charge stun over out onto Beanslayer. He's going to interrupt that Cyclone for now. Sea-Doo does a kill target. Sea-Doo is in trouble. The orb into the main. Is Sea-Doo going to be able to get out of this? He has one Spirit Link available to him, but he can't press it in links. He's going to use that Stone Form. He's going to use that Link and survive through the bleeds and everything. Now Method Orange at 3% dampening has got to make something happen quick because the defensive cooldowns are running
my God,
out.
This swap, that was so good. They baited it onto Sea-Doo to make him think that they were committing to him and then just sheeped him up. But Smexon is going to stop the resheep. If they're able to continue that CC, Snuts could have easily gone down there. They do get the resheep. Beanslayer needs to get a clone. He lands the clone onto Sea-Doo. Snuts needs to do something. Emergency situation. But where's the damage? There's no damage. That should have been so scary for Snuts right now. Frostjaw now onto Sea-Doo. They're trying to build some damage up in the Snuts, but there's just no bleeds from Beanslayer. He's forced to clone up Snuts now instead. Are they going to swap back to Sea-Doo? They set that up really well, but they just had no follow-up.
Yeah, Sam I Am is pushing in. He wants to get in these guys' face, but he has no block available to him. Rubcub just trying to keep him up through it all, but Sea-Doo in the full polymorph. Snuts is forced the gateway. He's sprinting back to his Shaman. His Shaman has no Spirit Link available to him, so is this going to be the end of Snuts regardless of his kiting ability? There we go. Sam I Am actually getting into in the backfield there. He doesn't want to push up just yet, and I don't blame him at all, but Rubcub's mana is starting to suffer at 23% versus Sea-Doo's 45%, and we're getting deeper and deeper into dampening. He can't do this forever. Smexon getting the charge done into the Stormbolt, gonna force another bop. He's just gonna come back and continue the onslaught of damage as Please Sponsor Us tries to get the setup over and over and over again. Hodge on the Snuts, Frostjaw onto Sea-Doo into the maim, but Snuts is not taking all that damage. Once again, there's a stun going out on the Sam. He's just gonna trinket out of it, but Snuts is just gonna trade that up with a port.
I think they broke the sheep on Sea-Doo with the Comet Storm, and now that CC is lost. Snuts is going cray, pops the Dark Soul. Haunt connects onto Rubcub. Full 10 stack onto Sam I Am. Nice decurse, actually, from Sam I Am, removing that big dot damage. Smexon, who's he going to go after? He's just getting sheeped up at the moment. Sea-Doo trying to get him out of those sheeps. Now cloned up instead. Snuts loading up the team with dots here at the moment. Incarnation is available. I think Please Sponsor Us have one more go left. Rubcub gets reflected on the Hodge. Smexon trinketing and reflecting that Hodge is going to build up a lot of pressure because of it. Avatar gets popped. Double fear onto the DPS, trying to slow down some of this incoming pressure onto Snuts at the moment here. Rubcub's forced to pop the Aura Master. He has no Avenging Wrath, no bubble. He's forced to trinket out of a half-yard stun. Smexon's looking to finish him off. His Saved by the Light's going to proc, but it's not going to keep him afloat for much longer. Beanslayer trying to peel. They lock him out on the clone, and Beanslayer's not able to save his team just yet. Smexon so desperately wants to finish off Sam I Am, and he does it. Method Orange take game number 1 over. Please Sponsor Us. And like I was saying, I just don't know what compositions Please Sponsor Us can use to answer the WLS out from Method Orange.
Yeah, I mean, that looked very difficult for Please Sponsor Us. It seems like Method Orange just has an answer to every single setup, and they're playing it so well where over and over and over again, this FMP is desperately trying to get the setup going, desperately trying to get in there and get the defensive cooldowns they need to take the game. But Method Orange over and over again, the Mass Spellerflex, the Stormbolts, the Shadow Furies from, as well as the Grounding Totems and the Shears of Sea-Doo. It is a very, very thick defensive wall for Please Sponsor Us to try to break through. But that's game number 1 out of this best of 5 series. They have a lot more chance to come back into the series moving forward on, but at 18% dampening and Rub Cub nearly completely and without buttons, it's just like when you're running Evanesce, it just kind of puts so much more pressure on Rub Cub to rotate through his defensive cooldowns efficiently to keep Sam I Am alive through all that, especially with just the spread pressure of Snuts, which is very difficult for Holy Paladins to heal through. This is going to be a tough one indeed for Please Sponsor Us. Whew. You guys want to take a quick look at that bracket? Keep up to date. I see a lot of people typing exclamation point bracket, and there it is. Please Sponsor Us versus Method Orange is in the semifinals of the lower bracket. The team that wins this series will go on to the finals, and the team that loses will be eliminated completely from the tournament. That being said, both these guys have been competing so much today, and they're all a little bit, you know, shaky. I mean, there's a lot on the line right here. These guys have worked so hard to get here, and they're going to take a breather or two while we wait for them. But we actually had a bajillion donations while we were gone, just so you guys are all aware. So we had a $10 donation from B, and he said, "C, I know you're out there." C then replies with a $3 donation. "I'm cheap AF. D is more generous." Flamed donates $5 and says, "GG, Ja Kappa got him." C donates $3 and says, "Don't challenge me, boys." DJ Khaled donates $5 and says, "You smart, you loyal. I appreciate that." Thank you so much, DJ Khaled. Stwig said, "Sorry, man, I don't want to sub because my card is weird, but..." Sorry, I have to read more. "But because my card is weird, but I tote support Sea-Doo. Take my energy, please." Thank you so much, dude. I totally take all of the energies that you provide. And I got another $10 donation from C, said, "Reporting in." There's a lot of C's out there. Thank you so much to all the C's for all of the love and support. I really do appreciate it. We also got a whole bunch of friggin' new subs as well, and it's very difficult for me to keep up with it for 2 reasons. Oh, no, I think I am caught up with subs. Could have sworn I heard a sub, but we are all caught up. We're at 206 out of our 200 goal, so the sub train was unbelievable today, guys. And the tournament experience is not over yet. We have still 2 amazing games left to commentate and to watch and to enjoy, and all of the energy to give. We just got a new sub as I'm talking about it. Thank you so much, Rats in the chat. I really appreciate that. Rats, thank you. You get a GCDS in my book as well as some GCD hype. Make sure to spam that GCD hype for him. Appreciate that, dude. Oh, man. Now we need to get all these new subs that Supa emote, man. I think Supa PogChamp might win, dude. I think Supa PogChamp might win in the Twitter poll.
Did you do a straw poll for that?
I don't know. I don't know. I think we're going to be doing a Twitter poll for that a little bit later. And when we do that Twitter poll, I'll tell you which one wins. GCD hype. Dang, that's a lot of rats in the chat. Shout out to all the Mitch Jones homies. Thank you guys so much for coming and tuning in here at GCD TV. But are you guys ready for game number 2 of this series? I know you are. Here we go, guys. It's Dalaran Sewers. Just kidding. They're not ready to queue yet. But it is going to be Dalaran Sewers, guys. We're going to be getting into the games here very, very shortly. Sorry about the wait. We're going to be jumping out of this game in just a hot minute. But until then, you guys get to hang out with me and Supa. And we're going to be getting into it again. We just got
have said that, man.
Oh my gosh.
As soon as you Twitch chat, you can control Twitch chat a little bit.
You
When you
can?
say stuff they don't want to hear, they let you know like instantly. So like
Oh
you
no.
get to hang out with Super T's and D Machine. They don't want to hear that. They want
Yeah,
to
they want to
hear
see the game.
they want to hear, oh, CDU gets to play and we're gonna win.
Right.
But as soon as you say that, man, Twitch chat just turns against you.
All right. Well, I'm
Everyone
sorry,
hates
Twitch
us
chat.
now, D Machine. I'm upset. Everyone hates us now.
You know, it's okay though. It's okay. We actually got a few donations I can talk about. DJ Khaled donated $2 and said, "Congratulations, Ja. You played yourself. You played yourself." All right, there's that. And then we got a thank you, DJ Khaled, for the $2 donation. We also got a $3 donation from E, and he says, "Am I late?" I think you're early. You're early. There's no D. But thank you so much, E, for that donation. But here we go. The game is ready. It's Please Sponsor Us versus Method Orange. And Please Sponsor Us, swapping up the composition. We now see Beanslayer and Merkmines as well as Robe Cup enter the tournament, or enter the arena, I should say, running that Feral Priest Paladin comp. It has a lot more, I feel like it has a lot more burst potential than the Mage, but I feel like you give away a lot
I think
of
it has a lot
consistent
more
pressure.
train the blue potential.
Oh, we going to get some more Train the Blues? Here we
I
go.
think that this is CDU's last test to make it to the finals. If he lives this game, he's winning the tournament.
Wow, the entire tournament. Doesn't matter about
I already
Cloud9.
said he would if he won the first game last series, but now this is his next test. It's like the Legend of Zelda when you have to collect the 4 artifacts before you get to the final boss. This is the 4th artifact.
Okay, here we go. Can Sea-Doo pick up the 4th artifact? We're going to find out here. I'm going to be honest with you, I never played Legend of Zelda. Are we still friends, or?
Again, you don't say this type of stuff to Twitch chat. They just hate you now.
Did me and Twitch chat have an understanding where they think I'm cringy, and it's true, but I will never lie to them? So they can at least respect that. And I have never played Legend of Zelda. And here we go. Smexon is going to save me from the cringe and charge up Merkmines right away. Merkmines is going to pull back for now, back to his healer's pillar. And Smexon is not going to go in overextend. He's just going to heroic leap and get on a Beanslayer, who actually opened on, I believe, Snuts there briefly. Just a little bit of damage. Maim going out over out onto Smexon. Snuts in the background. He's going to get those haunts connecting over out onto Beanslayer. Double charge on both the DPS from Smexon. Hodge over out onto Sea-Doo. You called it, man. They want to go out onto Sea-Doo, but Sea-Doo actually, did he get a Tremor Totem down? How did he do that? But a 50% health for Sea-Doo into the Horrify. Trinket Spirit Link's going to come out for Sea-Doo, and Please Sponsor as they're getting some buttons as they move forward into this game, but no defensive cooldowns being forced. As I say that, both Bubble and Disperse overlap for Please Sponsor Us, getting Method Orange back into the game and back into the game.
Yeah, but now Sea-Doo has no trinket for the next stun rotation. Snut's doing a good job peeling Beanslayer on the rest of his incarn. Sea-Doo's going to gate away from Beanslayer's pursuit at the moment here. Merkmines could easily go down. Rub Cubs with very little cooldowns left. He gets locked on his heel into the full fear. There's nothing left. Merkmines, how are you going to make it out alive? He trinkets out of the shadow here. Full Hex lands. Sea-Doo landed a Hex. Rub Cub is forced to, gets dispelled by Beanslayer, but it's not going to be enough, and the Hex wins the game.
Sea-Doo with the clutch Hex. Let's take a quick look at that replay and land. That's the Disperse and Bubble overlap that is just damning to Please Sponsor Us here. Method Orange taking a very convincing game number 2 here, and all of a sudden they take a 3-0 victory against Tempo Storm, and a 3-0 victory is looking imminent for Method Orange against Please Sponsor Us. Taking a quick look at that replay, like Merkmines, he's desperately trying to stay alive. Dude, that heroic leap kick from Smexon into the fear, Shadow Fury into Merkmines, the full Hex from Sea-Doo, the bot being dispelled by the Purge as well. What in the world? Method Orange, are you kidding me? 2-0. Please Sponsor Us, up 1 game from elimination.
It's just Hex, man. You just need to land a Hex.
I know Sea-Doo gets a lot of flack in the chat about not landing enough hexes, but where's the chat at now, man? Where's the chat at now? Game-winning Hex in a tournament in the semifinals. Doesn't get any more hyped up than that. We're going to be getting into the next game here very, very shortly, guys. I can't wait to see what happens next. Whew. Oh my goodness. Taking a quick look at that bracket, it's Please Sponsor Us versus Method Orange in the lower bracket. It's a best of 5 series. Method Orange 1 game away from locking in their spot against Cloud9 in the finals. Cloud9, what's up? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Fuck, you know that there's like little catchphrases for like Sea-Doo X. Like they should rewrite it. It should be like Sea-Doo X. I landed Hex.
Oh.
Cloud9 is next.
Oh, dropping bars. Oh my gosh, Mitch Jones. Is that you? No, it's Supatees. Are you kidding me, man? Oh, man. So we're going to take a quick moment and let these guys catch a breather before getting into the next game. I know Please Sponsor Us is probably trying to accumulate their thoughts and figure out what it is they need to do next against Sea-Doo X after he landed that Hex. Oh, we can just keep going with it if you want. I mean, that was pretty good.
And he's going to flex like Bajira Rex.
Oh, can we get some bash flexes in the chat? Thank you so much, Bajir, again for that host, dude. But yeah, we actually got a few more donations. Just a reminder, guys, all of this generosity is bananas. Thank you so much. And every single cent that we get goes directly towards continuing the prize pools to give back to these players. So thanks again for all of the love and support. We have a $5 donation from Luckfia. I'm actually not going to read it, but thank you so much. We got a Z donation. He actually donated $5. He's like, am I early? P.S. I'm not going to read the rest of that. Come on, guys, with these donations. Are you kidding me? Oh, we got a $1 donation from Puke Dancer. Sign Merkmines up for the Dollar Shave Club. Actually, I just got invited to the Dollar Shave Club by my fiance for Christmas. And I haven't used, I mean, the neck gets it a lot, right? But the beard itself just gets the trims. But thank you guys so much for all the love and the subs. We are at a 207 out of 200 sub goal, and we started out with 177. So the sub goal today, or the sub train today, has been unbelievable. And the games today have been unbelievable. We've had such a crazy tournament and so many awesome new and exciting gameplay out from all of these teams, and I'm just so very grateful for both of those things. How do I enter the guild? I suppose I should probably talk about the guild. The guild is at GCD TV. It's on Alliance Tichondrius, named GCD TV, and I believe she might be on. We have someone who invites our people to the guild. She is the one and only. She is on. Her name is Rose McGowan. Rose McGowan in the GCD TV guild on Tichondrius will hook you up with an invite if you're interested in joining. We like to pride our guild on having like a positive outlook and being PvP oriented. So, in your head for I did it good.
No, you didn't.
I still want to at least shout them out.
No.
Okay, I'm not. So you don't want me to shout out the names?
Yes.
Okay, I won't do that. We did get another $3 donation, and I can't say the name. Admin Clutter says so. Oh my gosh, let's see what the donation says. Let's see if I can read it for you. We witnessed the most amazing thing ever happened in the tournament. Sea-Doo finally finds his Hex button. PogChamp in chat. Thank you so much for that $3 donation. But here we go, guys. The next game is ready, and it is Tiger's Peak. See you guys in a hot minute. Welcome everyone to Tiger's Peak. The gates have opened right away. It's WLS versus Feral Mage Paladin. Game number 3 of this best of 5 series. Method Orange is one game away from earning their spot in the final. Smexon connecting over onto Sam AM right away. Deep Freeze over onto Sea-Doo into the full Polymorphs. Nuts is in a little bit of trouble. Double Ice Nova connects. He's going to pour back after the gateway, trying to kite Beanslayer as much as he can. Can he land the full cycle? And he is not going to be able to. He gets locked out on it. Sam AM also getting locked out on Poly and Frostjaw. And Method Orange is just stopping Please Sponsor Us completely in their tracks, and Sea-Doo is going to avoid as much CC as possible in that opener. And now Rubcup actually getting kicked at 34% health. Save of the Late's going to proc. Smexon smells blood in the water. The Wings Execution Sentence being forced out behind that, and Smexon, you are a scary, scary warrior.
Yeah, the Smexon Pain Train is coming out strong, but there's the full sheep on a Sea-Doo, forcing the Trinket Spirit Link. Overlapped with the Dark Regeneration a bit there. It's quite a lot of cooldowns actually burned through in that setup for Please Sponsor Us. Method Orange, you're going to have to play it a little bit more careful here for the next Deep Freeze, which is available in about 10 more seconds. I guess they wanted to play it safe for the Incarnation, just trade out evenly and stay as high health as possible. We see Dark Soul out for Snuts now, trying to build up some momentum for his team. Charge over onto Rubcub, and I'm sure that Rubcub is in a lot of trouble right now. He's forced to bubble already, forced to trade that out. Smexon is just going to leap back, going crazy now on the Beanslayer and Sam-I-Am, trying to build up some pressure on Beanslayer at the moment. It would seem down at 55%. Rubcub trying to go in. He has to deal with counterspell still up from Snuts. There's the triple CC though. Snuts completely alone. This is the only set they have to survive this. They don't follow up the CC on the Sea-Doo. He's going to leave it. Sam-I-Am, I'm not sure if he's actually playing block this game. I'm just trying to check here. He is going to be playing ice block, so he does have those available to him. Actually choosing the cold snap there. Maybe he's not. I think my talents are messed. I think he is actually playing Evanesce, so he has no ice blocks available. Rubcub forced to bop himself out of that Storm Bolt, and that's going to be one less bop available for his partners if they need it to dodge and execute out from Smexon. Sea-Doo playing at the pillar, maybe trying to ground a Deep Freeze, but Sam-I-Am not going to allow that to happen. Goes in for the blink. He is playing Evanesce, lands the sheep. Snuts in a lot of trouble, down at 26%. He portals out a line of sight. He's right on top of Sea-Doo. Rallying Cry comes up for Smexon. How is he going to make it out? Master Fleck on a Beanslayer's clone, and Smexon keeps them in the game.
Wow, he survives. Rallying Cry now just fades, but because of that Spirit Link, he's sitting pretty. Sam-I-Am getting Shadow Furied up. He's going to blink out of it. Rubcub's now bopping himself out of that stun, and Smexon and Snuts are going to town. Smexon getting polymorphed up over and over and over again, trying to stop some of that damage as the Haunts connect over out onto Rubcub. The pressure from Method Orange, when they can turn it around and when they're free casting, is so scary. But Please Sponsor Us, they got to play in their face. They got to get the CC. If they draw the game out, surely they'll get overwhelmed by the pressure. Demon Soul coming out from Snuts. Rubcub getting charged up by Smexon. No bubble, no bop available to him. He's a little scared. Stormbolt going out. Avatar from Smexon. That forces the last cooldown. The Trinket. He gets chunked down to 50% healthier. Will Smexon follow it up? He gets maimed up by Beanslayer. He does not want that scary Avatar Warrior on his Paladin. So Smexon's just going to swap it over out onto Sam-I-Am, forcing the execution sentence. I swear, every time this Warrior touches anyone, it forces a cooldown from Rubcub, and now Rubcub completely out of cooldowns, but now they want to get the setup. They want to turn it around. Snuts actually to kill target. Deep Freeze on a Sea-Doo into the Frostjaw because Smexon actually stopped the polymorph. Great job by him, but Snuts may be in a little bit of trouble. The UA getting interrupted on Beanslayer, reconnecting onto a main and pull clone. Lands out onto Sea-Doo, but Rubcub is taking the D in the background. He's trying to juke Smexon's kick, and he does juke the pummel, but he gets charge stun. Haunts connect. Saved by the Light happens, and he's desperately trying to get away. Snuts is going to survive as Beanslayer has to pull back and peel for his team, and it looks like he's going to push Rubcub away for now, but Sam-I-Am in a lot of trouble as well. Deep Freeze onto Sea-Doo. Mass Spell Reflect from Smexon's going to stop the follow-up. He's going to eat that and get the full polymorph, but Sam-I-Am's in trouble. The charge stun on a Rubcub, stopping the cast into the Stormbolt. Is this going to be it for Please Sponsor Us, or will they take down Snuts? And as Snuts pulling back with that gateway, but Smexon's recklessness on Rubcub in the background cannot be ignored. He gets dispelled out of that Hodge by Sea-Doo. Great job keeping him aggressive, and the wings is going to counteract that Avatar for now, and Snuts is really the one who's in trouble moving forward into the game.
Did he just pre-link the poly? He pre-linked the Evanescence poly. That might have been the game. Wow. He had no trinket left, but that does mean he has no more links available, no trinkets. Deep Freeze is up. Snuts pops the Dark Soul, trying to turn this around. I think he got locked out by Sam-I-Am though. Sea-Doo trying to line of sight these incoming Cyclones. Snuts trying to cast some dots out with his Dark Soul, not able to get too many out at the moment. Charge over on a Beanslayer. Smexon needs to be the one to stop the Cyclones. Snuts now finally able to get some casts off, trying to dot up the team here of Please Sponsor Us. There's no cooldowns remaining for Rubcub. His trinket coming up in about 1 more second. Shadow Meld, resell stun. Here's the Deep Freeze sheep. Snuts needs to live. He knows. He portals with the Soulbird. He's trying to sprint away, trying to line of sight, trying to kite. This is their last opportunity to kill, I think, for Please Sponsor Us. Can they take Snuts down? Stormbolt onto Rubcub. Rubcub's going to trick it out. Master Fleck comes out onto the sheep from Smexon, interrupting some incoming CC. Snuts connects a Haunt over onto Rubcub. Full dots getting loaded out onto Beanslayer here. Snuts trying to build up some pressure for his team. There are no more interrupts for 2 more seconds. Rubcub's Avenging Wrath is coming up in about 1 more second, but his mana's down to 18%. Sea-Doo gets locked on his heel into the clone. Trinkets into the deep, and Snuts could go down. He locks him, but thought it was Evanescence. He lands the shit rallying cry. I can't do this, D-Machine. I can't do
God,
this
the double
anymore.
Shadow Fury from Snuts as well as the rallying cry. He's still somehow alive. The rally's going to be falling. He gateways back to Sea-Doo. Sea-Doo desperately trying to get with him. No Spirit Links available to him, but Sea-Doo looking for a cast. He's looking for the juke. Can he land it? The Polymorph into the Cyclone. Snuts still all alone. More Ice Novas. Regen comes off a cooldown, but is it going to matter? Snuts, how are you alive? 6% dampening. Triple stun from Smexen. Comes out, stopping their whole team into the fear. Snuts survives. I can't believe it. 7% dampening. Method Orange trying to turn it back around. Stormbolt over on the Rub Cub. No bubble for 10 short seconds. Can he survive? He's trying desperately to peel Smexen. The Polly's into the maim over on the Smexen's avatar. Into the full Cyclone. Great plays by Please Sponsor Us to peel the damage that is Method Orange. But Method Orange, they're in such a good spot now moving forward. In 30 seconds, Sea-Doo has no link. But can Snuts survive in time for that? He's going to port back away. He reflected the Hodge, but the Polymorph lands. Can he do it? Snuts is now the main kill target. Stormbolt goes out onto Beanslayer. Smexen and Sam I Am are trying to Smexen and Snuts are trying to make something happen. The Demon Soul coming out. Dots being rolled onto everyone. Beanslayer saved by the light proc. Sam I Am saved by the light gonna proc. Bubble coming out from Rub Cub. The timer is ticking. Please Sponsor Us has to make it happen right here, right now, or they will be eliminated very shortly. They're swapping it over to Sea-Doo. Whole bunch of damage. Spirit Links comes off a cooldown. Can he get it off? He gets the last Spirit Link off just in the nick of time. The last second, and Sea-Doo survives for his team once again. Smexen with his recklessness. He wants to get in their face. Charge stun on the Rub Cub. Shadow Fury and a Beanslayer, and down goes Beanslayer. Method Orange taking a 3-0 victory against the semifinal team from the upper bracket. I don't know what to say. Like, I actually have cold chills right now. I feel like I'm in the audience at BlizzCon watching some of the best players in the world duke it out for their spot in the finals. That's how much cold chills I have right now. There are so many nerd chills going on. It's unbelievable. The level of play these guys are showing is insane. Please Sponsor Us will be eliminated by Method Orange, and you know what that means, guys. You all know what it means. It means Sea-Doo will be going to the finals with Smexen, with Snuts, to take on Cloud9 in GCD Tournament number 4 finals.
Cloud9 is next.
Cloud9 is next. The final boss enters the arena. Let's take a quick look at that bracket. Finals, Method Orange, Cloud9. This is it. This is where all the marbles are. One last best of 5 series to take it all. Can Sea-Doo, can Smexen, can Snuts do it? Or will Cloud9 prove once again who is the boss toss of the North American ladder?